Okay, they actually should be the same relationship. And that's what's interesting, is you can have numbers that look sort of the same, but they're different numbers, and yet the relationship is the same. Finally, we have to find relationships between water and alcohol in a solution. A solution is a mixture of two substances. So what they want us to do is use the information we've been given, that we have 15 milliliters, that's an abbreviation for milliliters, and of water, and 5 milliliters of alcohol. And they want us to find the relationship between alcohol to water, A to W, water to alcohol, water to total, and alcohol to total. And even though I've been given only 2 parts, I can use that information to tell me what the total is. So 15 plus 5 equals 20. That's the total amount. So let's take a look at this. Alcohol to water. Alcohol would be 5. Water would be 15. Water would be 15. Alcohol would be 5. Water would be 15. Total would be 20. Alcohol would be 5. Total would be 20. So those are my basic relationships. But again, I want to reduce this to lowest terms so it's easier to understand. Most people are very good at understanding numbers that are familiar to them. But if I told you that I wanted you to talk about the relationship between 10,520 over 50,750, that's a lot to deal with. But if I were able to reduce that down to it's about 1/5 or 1 to 5, that's a lot easier to make sense of. That's a penny for every nickel, as opposed to that, which makes your brain go, ah! Anyway, back to this. So here, this reduces easily. That's the same as 1 over 3. That's the same as 3 to 1. That's the same as 3 to 4. And that's the same as 1 to 4. So here, the other way I can write this as a ratio is I can write 1 to 3, 3 to 1, 3 to 4, and 1 to 4. I could also write it this way. All of these symbolisms are the same. It talks about a relationship. So those are the exercises. No, I'm not done. One more. Sorry. So they gave us a carbon footprint for a Honda and a carbon footprint for a Hummer in terms of, well, I'm not going to go into carbon footprints because I'm here for math, not science. That will come later. So they want to find the carbon footprint in terms of the Hummer to the Honda. So I'm going to use my data, 12.2 over 6.3. I'm going to multiply both by 10 to bump it up to a whole number, 122 to 63. And what I can do with that is, in order to find out, to convert it to a decimal, I just do this. 122 goes on the inside, 63 goes on the outside. 63 goes into, let's see, 6 goes into 12 2 times, but that doesn't look like it's going to work. I'm going to try once. 63. 12 minus 3 is 9. Had to borrow. 11 minus 6 is 5. That's not quite 10, so let's try 9. 9 times 3 is 27. Carry the 2. 6 times 9 is 54, plus 2 is 56. Pretty close. And that would be 3. Borrowed here, made that 8. 8 minus 6 is 2. 6 goes into 24 4 times, so that would be 3 times. They only want it to the nearest tenth, though, so I could probably stop now. 3 times 3 is 9. I can stop because that's not going to round up, it's going to round down. So my answer is 1.9. That's the relationship between those two numbers. Okay, and that's it for 5.1 examples.